Hey everybody,
Hi everyone,
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
it's Glenn my first time coming to my apartment.
And as you can see, we are donning our Disney garb today. So as you can imagine, this subject involves Disney.
Yes, when you say Disney, most people when they go to the parks, they say it's the most expensive day ever. And I see why, because we have some news for you that we want to share on this Tip Tuesday. We are back on our schedule. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you, and subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely. So I thought I was reading this wrong when I saw this story for Disney's Kaiburr Crystal
I thought I saw a typo.
beverage. You know, as Miss Traveler said, things in Disney definitely are not cheap, and we know we lived right there. It was nice having an annual pass, so that kind of reduced the cost a little bit for us for things like that. But once you go in the park buying souvenirs and food and all that stuff, it gets very pricey very quickly. Hotel stays are very expensive, and now apparently so are beverages.
Yes, we used to live not even 5 minutes away from the parks, and it's been so pricey that we had to move. So if you are a Disney fan, and we'll talk about the Disney fans later, adult Disney kids, we're going to talk about that as well. There's people who just has no limit to what they'll spend for Disney.
Right.
So they'll go hard for Disney. They love Mickey. You know, they want to relive their childhood, and we'll talk about that at the end.
I love going to the parks. I'm still kind of going through withdrawals because we don't live there anymore.
Yeah, it was fun.
But I'm not, a Disney head or anything like that, where I walking around in costumes and all this stuff.
We're gonna talk about those folks.
All right, so take it away.
Okay, so let's get started. As you can see in the title, no, it's not a typo. No, you're not seeing things. Disney Wish came out with a new drink, and it's not even a drink. It's a shot.
It's a who?
It's a shot. It's not even higher than 3 inches.
Gosh.
I went ahead and did my research. You know, me and Mr. Traveler, we love to do research, and we bring everything to you honestly and truthfully, and we give our opinions whether people like it or not.
It's a shot of alcohol, and it costs what?
It costs $5,000
for a shot.
For a shot. It's not even a glass. It's not even a bottle. And this is called the Hyperspace Lounge at Star Wars Bar. And it's a $5,000 drink, and it's called the Kyber. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. The Kaiburr Crystal drink.
Okay.
It's not even a bottle. You would think for $5,000 you would get a whole bottle. No, you get a shot. And this is Disney's new way of introducing Star Wars to you on the Disney Wish. Okay, so let's clarify that shot. And as you can see in the footage right here that we're showing, this is the actual drink. So before we get to talking about it, let's just show you what it looks like. So with this drink, there is something called, I want to say Kyber. It has dry ice in it. It has a modular bucket. It opens and closes like a spaceship, as you can see. And there's 4 people to a drink. So there's 4 shots, 1 drink per shot.
Oh.
1 drink per person.
Well, that makes it much more reasonable then.
Included in the experience is
yuzu and kumquat.
Okay, let's say this. I'm going to let Mr. Traveler tell you what's in it, because I can't pronounce it.
Let's see. Camus Cognac, Grand Marnier Quintessence, I think. Yuzu and kumquat juice, Taylor's Fladgate Kingsman Edition, very old Tawani Port, Pappy Van Winkle 23-year reserve.
Okay, so one is over 100 years and one is over 23 years old.
For $5,000.
For $5,000. Okay. In addition, you will get the wine from Skywalker Vineyards delivered to your stateroom. That's a bottle, so you don't get it when you take the shot. You get it when you go to your room.
So we're getting a lot of extra little perks here with this. Okay.
Yeah, you get that when you go to your room. And that's delivered to your room while you're on
You get to keep the space bucket?
No, you have to give that back, or you can pay for it. It's at an additional cost. It's an additional cost, and I'm really not sure.
I'm gonna push pause right here.
I have to finish, Mr. Traveler.
I gotta push pause.
Wait, let me finish explaining.
I got much respect.
Hang on.
If you have the funds to be able to pay for this and everything,
talk about that.
I'm not gonna disrespect you or anything. But I just personally, if I had like a spare 5 G's laying around, I don't think this would be. I mean, Disney cruises are pretty expensive. That's probably more than the cruise.
We
though.
haven't even talked about how much the
Go ahead. I'm
cruise
sorry.
is,
Go ahead.
or how much these Star Wars rooms are. That's at Disney World that we live down the street from. We don't talk about that.
Oh yeah, we saw them building that.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
So Mr. Traveler have a lot to say, and I'm gonna let him finish as soon as I give you all the facts. Okay, so here we go. You get the wine, a bottle of wine.
Okay.
One bottle. It was 4 of you that took the shot.
Okay.
So one bottle goes to the stateroom that everybody's staying in.
Okay.
You get one bottle. So that's delivered to your stateroom. You'll receive a ticket to visit the vineyard yourself. You get a ticket, but you don't get airfare. But you get a ticket to go inside the vineyard.
Okay.
If you like. Okay. So if you love fancy drinks and wine, you have a lot of disposable income on that drink.
Mm-hmm.
This could be for you. There is no info whether it would end up at your doorstep or not. I don't know if they ship it to your home, whatever they ship to your home, but I know the experience is quote unquote an experience on the ship. So once you leave the ship, you kind of have to venture.
Well, I'm going to push pause again and say, if you have the disposable income to buy a $5,000 drink on board this Disney Wish, we would love to have you as a customer. Please feel free to reach us at 877-697-4470.
Or you can reach us at www.mr-traveler.com. We will help you out getting that drink on Disney Wish. I can guarantee you we'll make sure. So now what I want to show you is the menu that is on this particular ship and the lounge. So the lounge is for kids during the day, but then at night it's for adults.
Okay.
Like only adults can go in there, and that's where the $5,000 drink is. So they have more things on there.
Okay.
The first drink is a Cloudy City.
Okay.
And there's the menu you're looking at, and then there's Cloudy City with cork souvenir glass. That's $24. Okay, that's affordable. Then there's a Temple Twist that's there, and then there's also another drink, which is the Kaiburr Crystal, $5,000. As you notice on the menu, they don't show you what's in it. They don't really explain what's in it. So hearsay is what's in it, but this information came from a bartender that works on the ship. So this is what
you're right. So all the
from.
other drinks have the ingredients listed in there except for that one.
Yep.
And you're spending $5,000 for it. None of your business what's in it.
That's right. That's the one you spend the $5,000 on. Okay, let me get to some more facts.
All right, go
Disney refused to tell you what's in it. So this is kind of hearsay, quote unquote. I'm not sure if that's the exact liquors that's in there. So it's hearsay. I had to research that a little bit to find out what the waiters and waitresses are saying about it. This is considered an experience, not a drink. It's a Disney experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's soda, the bucket. Well, I can't call it a bucket. It's got a name for it.
Yeah, a Camtono.
The Camtono. How do you say that? Camtono. Am I saying that correctly?
For $5,000, you don't get to take that home with
No. You have to give it back unless you want to buy it. And that's a separate fee.
For $5,000, they should give you another cruise.
It's sold on board for an additional price. And here's some more footage that I'm showing right here. And the names is not included what's in the drink on the menu. But if you ask somebody, I hope they'll tell you. I'm not sure if they'll tell you or not. But there it is. There's the main drinks ingredients are what we discussed earlier. And some people are, now let's talk about this now.
You do get to keep the cups though.
Yeah, you get those are silver. You get to keep those.
Yeah.
But they're shot glasses. Like it's not even a whole cup.
Then you get a backpack and a water bottle. You get like some add-ons and different things like that.
Do you think that's worth $5,000?
No. I do not.
If you had money to blow, would you buy it?
No.
Me either. if I was a drinker, and there's some concierge drinkers out there. I mean, some people who love their fine wine, you know, fine whiskey and liquors. I understand those people. And then there's some diehard Disney fans who, you know, don't put a limit to their vacations. And some of the people we deal with every day on a client basis, they are just Disney fanatics. They will only do Disney. They will only vacation Disney. They will only go on a Disney cruise. And they'll only go to Disney World. You know, there's people out there that wants to live their childhood through their adult time, and they don't mind spending the money for this drink. So
I mean, I kind of get. I mean, you know, it's fun. I mean, Disney's fun to hell. It's like an escape. It's like a little fantasy world kind of a thing or whatever. But boy, when you get off the ship and see that credit card bill,
it's gonna be shocking.
Fantasy time is over.
And one of the comments that I read online was, for $5,000, it better deliver Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, who upon reaching the table says, "Hello there." The whole cast of The Mandalorian should come out and sit down and have drinks with you.
You know, now that might be actually worth it if you actually got like meet and greets. Darth Vader give you a massage or something while you're drinking it?
I would love to do that. Because when you go to Disney World, you still don't get a chance to really meet the characters. You just see them, you know, walking around and things like that. To sit down and speak with them, and would you pay $5,000 for that?
Yeah, that might be a little different. If you got like a meet and greet like with the actors and things like that. I mean, people have spent $5,000 on worse things, I guess.
That's right. Well,
okay.
Speaking of spending $5,000 on worse things, would you spend $6,000 on a 2-day hotel stay?
No. Well,
that's for Star Wars at Disney World.
Not for that. No.
Let me tell you about what's going on. Let me spill the tea. There's plenty of openings for that, because our hearsay is saying that Disney is failing with this particular experience. There's plenty of open dates. If you look it up, you will see all kinds of open dates as of today. We're talking about, you know, this is the day after the holiday.
It's too expensive.
It's way too expensive, and they're thinking about lowering the prices for Star Wars. So the Star Cruiser Hotel is actually not doing well. They trying to fill the dates. There's opening dates available, but you can get 2 days right now for $6,000, and that's a family of 4 for the Star Wars experience.
I'm gonna tell you something, and you know, people pay this money. I'm gonna tell you something. These Disney hotels are not cheap. Now I realize that people have there's a lot of people that have their Disney vacation points. And maybe they, you know, I guess we got them back in the day. They're, you know, you paid less and they're worth more now, kind of a thing. But let me tell you something. These hotels at Disney, like the cheapest.
Ooh, no, we live there, so we know. Like
the cheapest, I think I've seen maybe around $200 a night. You know, every now and then they have a special where it's a little bit under for the value resorts, but on general, like $200 a night. And then a lot of your moderate resorts, you know, upper 300s, $400 a night. Your as you go up, $600, $700, $800 a night. I don't think I've ever seen the Contemporary Resort under $700 a night.
Never.
For there, and they are consistently full.
They're consistently booked. You can't even get in there. And we've tried, and I know Mr. Traveler wanted to stay there for his birthday. I wanted to book it $700 a night. I would have splurged for his birthday, but that wasn't financially being responsible. No. I had to pass on it because I couldn't afford it.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I mean, it's, you know, I get it's in nice locations, worth a little bit more money, but I mean, people are paying them money for this stuff. I mean, Mickey Mouse can kind of write his own check.
Yeah, it's the most expensive day of the year.
But that Star Wars experience, that hotel, you know, I don't know, we didn't go in it, but we saw them building it.
We saw the whole thing from scratch to now.
And
it's beautiful. It really is a big giant.
They immerse you in the story like you're in a galactic cruiser, and then they even have like a bus to transport you from the hotel behind the scenes directly into the Star Wars land at Hollywood Studios. So you kind of get the experience that you beam down from the Star Cruiser and you're on Tatooine, right in the middle of or the Star Wars land over
You
there.
know all the characters and stuff.
I like Star Wars.
My brothers grew up with it. I can't remember all the characters, but they had all the figures. I bet they're worth a lot
The
of money
new
now.
Obi-Wan series was awesome.
I'm sure it was. Disney's steady making money. Comment below and let us know, what's the most expensive thing you ever spent on a cruise? Was it the cruise itself, or was it something on a cruise? Or what's the most expensive thing you ever splurged on? Because this is definitely a splurge if you're a Disney fan.
Yeah.
There are Disney fans out there who don't mind spending it. You know, they want to have that experience. They want to get out their phones, take pictures, social media, drive.
I mean, I can see, you know, you go on a cruise and there's, we obviously know people have bought plenty of big ticket items. You go on the cruise ships and see that. I mean, they sell Rolexes and whatever else on these ships. So we know people do go out there spending. But that's something tangible that you can take home with you. And, you know, a Rolex or something like that, you know, that's going to last you a lifetime potentially. You know, the drink and the buzz you get from it might last you a couple hours, I guess. I don't know.
And that's about it.
It's kind of crazy.
The most expensive thing me and Mr. Traveler witnessed on a cruise, we didn't buy it, but we saw another passenger spending, was art, and they spent $114,000 on art. And he had a bill, and he was like at the front desk in front of us, and he was discussing his bill, and he was clearly loudly about it. And he, you know, he didn't think it was a problem, and he kept on buying. He was checking to see how much his bill was, and that was the most expensive thing I've ever heard someone spend on a ship. So I wasn't eavesdropping or, you know, trying to listen. He was very open about it.
Yeah, he was.
And he even turned around and said, "Wow, look at my bill." You know, he thought it was funny, and it was just a regular dressed man. He wasn't flashy or anything, and he was buying a lot of art. He had a lot of art with him, so that was very shocking for us.
Very interesting story about Disney then, and so.
Tip Tuesday, if you want to spend $5,000 on a drink, go on to Disney Wish.
And please call us to do so.
Call us. Make sure you call us. Our information is down below. Thank you so much for watching.
Life short.
Have fun.
See the world, guys.
Bye, everyone.